Well, good morning, Paint Can fam. We are going to be getting together right in here for a Bible study this morning. Just want to welcome you to the channel, or we're back to the channel. We're not going to be putting the Bible study on here, just letting you know what we're doing. There's the back side of our church. That was community center to start with. I've got a bike right here. Because after the Bible study, we're going to go out riding. We're going to ride actually to another church. We're going to be going up to the Unadilla Forks Baptist Church at the Leonardsville campus, and we're going to be doing a breakfast and another Bible study with the brothers and sisters up there, and then we're going to go out and ride about 100 miles. We'll talk to you about some things on the way, and hey, just stick around. Great Bible study we just had at the community center. It's a small group, and we try to keep it a small group. Don't want a lot of people there because it doesn't make for great discussion when there's a ton of people. So trying to keep it a small group. So we had 4 people other than myself, so there's a total of 5 of us there. Had a good discussion about angels, and so now it's time, we're leaving there. I was the only motorcycle, so I'm riding solo. As being the Saturday of Labor Day weekend, I didn't expect a whole bunch of people, because we've got a lot of people in our church family that enjoy camping and that type of thing, so I didn't expect a big group of people to come out and ride either. But it is what it is. So we're going to head up to the Unadilla Forks Baptist Church, which they've got quite a few people that ride in their church. So will a bunch show up? Will nobody show up? We will find out when we get there. Their church, we got one rider, and then me from our church. So up ahead here, we've got Leroy and his wife. Pretty awesome that she was willing to come along with him this time. If you remember a few videos back, Leroy came and he had to duck out earlier because he messed up his back the day ahead of time. So we had to make a stop for them, and I said, well, why don't I just follow you to there, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to ride along. They've got to make a stop, and then we'll figure out a plan of action from there. But Leroy's got himself, it's a mid-80s, I want to say it's like an 85 or an 86 that he told me last time we rode. It's a Tour Glide. I don't know a tremendous amount about Harley baggers and a Tour Glide, what that would equate to in modern day. I'd say probably Road Glide maybe. I'm not 100% sure, because there again, I'm not a Harley guy, but don't know if the camera picks it up from here, but we get stopped, we'll look at it a little closer. He's got a ton of airbrush paint work done to it. He bought it that way, but it's got a lot of extras on it. Really neat bike, especially the condition. The thing runs awesome, and you know, for being an 80s bike, that's really cool. So definitely his pride and joy. Loves to ride. We've got a pretty decent sized group of riders right there in Leonardsville, Unadilla Forks area. So I think it's going to be pretty neat. Maybe next summer we'll be able to get things maybe settled out a little bit easier, where we can plan some rides together and have a really good time. So today's going to be a little bit different view for you, because Leroy and I talked, and I'm like, you know what, I always lead rides. I go on, man, you want to lead, you lead. Where do you want to go? He's got a place he's got to be this afternoon, and honestly, I pretty much got the day to do what I want. So yeah, we're doing basically what I like to do. He decided that we're going to take some back roads, which is awesome. And where he's talking about going, I know the area real well, but yeah, it's just different perspective, you know, following somebody instead of leading a group. Kind of a look around the valley here. This is part of why I want to get a 360 camera, because make it a lot easier to show you some of these things in editing. No signal light yet. I'm really hoping that he turns right, because if he turns left, you know, my bike's all shined up. Oh, he's turning left. This is a dirt road. Comes up here. Hopefully they fix the road or whatever. But this was a dirt road to the left. Well, I don't know what we're doing. Yep, we are going left. And nope, here we are, dirt road.
You go on this road?
It's only about a mile.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Brings you out of 51, doesn't it?
What's that?
Brings you right over by 51.
Right. Yeah, you go down here, it merges in.
People don't like traveling on these roads.
I'm not a super fan of cleaning, but whatever. Get dirty wherever you ride.
Take it easy.
Yeah, exactly. So one key to riding on dirt, because here we are, it's usually best, and yeah, I know I'm on the wrong side of the road, but it's only a single lane road. Kind of cool rocks. But you take it easy. One of the biggest things is very loose grip on the handlebars. Don't grab a hold real tight. A lot of people will hold on real tight, and then if the front or the back end moves around a little bit, they get all messed up, and it just doesn't work out too well. But one of the things with, like I said, riding on dirt, keeping it loose, keep a very steady, if possible, throttle hand, so that you're not grabbing a whole lot of throttle or grabbing a whole lot of brake or anything crazy like that. You just kind of ease along and stay fairly close if you can by offsetting like this, and a lot of the dust and such kind of, you get there before the dust comes up much, so you stay a little bit cleaner. Now you can see it there, kind of a round stone. In my lane, you try to go around those the best you can, or otherwise you gotta stay way back and miss the dust. And then if you're staying way back and missing the dust, now whoever's leading it thinks you're having difficulties or whatever, and they slow down, and you're still eating each other's dust. So that's no big deal. I'll just have to do a little more cleaning when I get home. Not the end of the world. Yeah, some of the things that you see along the way, you don't really think of cemeteries or whatever as anything really that would jump out at you. But after I became a pastor, a lot of cemeteries now do kind of jump out at me because of doing funerals. And that particular one there, a buddy of mine, his aunt, we buried her there last summer. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of interesting to
Diameter's undone again. Vibrated loose.
really, oops,
Huh?
oops. That happens.
I'm trying to figure out how to get over to 51.
Just keep going straight, it'll take you to 28.
Okay.
Then you go down Canandaigua. Yeah, I'm good. So as I was saying, the old Harley has a couple issues. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but speedometer cable broke. But that's all right. Good running bike though. Really good running bike he's got there, especially for 80s Harleys weren't necessarily known for being the best era for Harley, but yeah, good solid running bike he's got there. We're going to be going down the more popular side now, actually, of Canada-Durago Lake, so we'll be able to actually get you some footage of the water this time. Not so much last time, a little bit of peeking through the trees, but you can see the water a whole lot better from this side. So it's Labor Day weekend, and there you go. There's part of the shot of the lake. Got a lot of camps down through here. We'll be coming along really close to the lake here in a little while. We're on State Route 28 now, heading south along beside Canada-Durago Lake into the, I had joked around before about the town of Schuyler Lake, which there is no lake in Schuyler Lake, so why do they call it that? I don't know. Din Cider Mill here on the right. They're going to be getting busy real soon. A lot of the apples in this area are doing well, but they're still definitely green, not ripe yet. Give them another month and the Din Cider Mill is going to be going crazy. Just up the road here, another 6 or 7 miles, is the Fly Creek Cider Mill, which is kind of a destination tourist trap for a lot of people. They have a lot of fun things for families to do other than just buying cider, but kind of an area destination for folks. A lot of people press cider from home. Oh, nice Mustang. You see a lot of that coming out on these holiday weekends, but most of these buildings down through here, they're not lived in year round. They're just camps that people live in, and in a lot of cases they're nicer than most people's homes, but they're used basically as camps. Weekend type things, come up on a holiday weekend. There's never this many boats on the docks or on the slips other than holiday weekends. But I don't know, it's neat to have a camp, but if some of them are just so close to the road. I mean, this one literally 2 feet from the road. They're just so close because on the other side you step out the door and you're in the water. So this is coming into the hamlet, I believe it is, of Schuyler Lake. There's a sign there for the Fly Creek Cider Mill just a few miles down the road. Personally, I go to Din's rather than the Fly Creek because it's a lot less commercialized and that sort of thing. And well, back in the day, a lot of the Din family, I used to race motocross with them, against them, and all that. So I know the family fairly well, and I'd rather go to a place where I know the people, and it's a family operated business in either case, so it's not like you're shopping big business versus small either way. But it's neat, some of these back roads, definitely different than some of the ones that we took through the Adirondacks with the higher hills, smaller mountains, whatever you call them, and the rock faces. It's all just green around here, all trees. There's none of the steep, sharp stuff. A lot of the dairy farms in this area. In this little area right here, there's a lot of small family farms. Nothing very big. And they make their money off the land. I mean, that's just the way they live in a lot of cases with the farmers. The majority of the people are not farmers. They have outside jobs other places. But this barn on the right here, the cinder block foundation, that's the original Din's Cider Mill. And the simple part of it is why do we do what we do? Why do we go out here when I just put gas in for, I want to say it's $4.81 a gallon, and I'm probably going to burn a couple gallons today riding? Why do we do this? Why do, in a case like this, Leroy and his wife and I riding together? I'm pretty sure I've met his wife one other time, but that's it. Really don't know her. But like that ride through the Adirondacks, when that rider from Long Island stopped to check on me, make sure I was all right. And then I don't think I put it in the video if I remember right. But another one when I was in Scroon Lake, I was pulled off on the side of the road because the battery went dead in GoPro, so I switched batteries. And you know, another biker stopped. Cars were going by left and right, didn't care, but another biker stopped. So I guess that for me, it's a multiple level answer of why do I ride. Number one, I like seeing the roads. I like seeing the world. I mean, I think that's to a large extent why, literally, I would say within a couple weeks, I don't remember exactly when it was, but within a couple weeks, it'll be 30 years that I've had a commercial driver's license. And I've been riding motorcycles since I was 12 to 13 years old. I just truly enjoy seeing the world. You know, and as I look off into some of these fields and across the valley, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I've already seen that 100 times in my life because it's not far from home. But at the same time, it's just something maybe a little bit different. Maybe there's an old farm tractor out there I haven't noticed before, or maybe someone's out mowing hay or whatever. But you know, losing kind of train of thought here as I'm looking around, but the two main reasons to me, I love seeing the country, and I just love doing it on two wheels. I love having the wind blowing on me. Not necessarily like in a car with the window rolled down sense, because I basically never have the windows down in the vehicle. Any vehicle I have has heat and has AC, so I don't worry about that sort of thing. But I love the wind of being out on the bike. And yeah, I bought a bike this time around that really blocks a lot of the wind, but the sights, the sounds, the smells, especially in the spring when the flowers are first starting to come out, some of the smells are amazing. Or the locust trees, oh my gosh, when the locust trees all bloom out, those white flowers they put off, you talk about amazing. They are amazing. Looks like we're stopping at a farm stand. I don't know, but maybe we're turning around. So I guess this is part of following somebody. He wanted to catch this Otsego County 19. Looks like it's been all repaved. Cool. But yeah, I wasn't sure exactly where he was going, so I'm just along for the ride one way or another. That's the breaks, I guess, of following somebody. But that's alright. I don't care. But back to the topic at hand, the sights, the sounds, the smells, all that. And I laugh because following Leroy and his old Harley here, he's got gas dripping off on his motor. I know he does. I can smell it. Not necessarily the smell of gas, but the smell of the gas at a high temperature evaporating off. It's got a very, very, very varnish sort of a smell to it, which, again, I don't care. But it's part of the all around, I don't know, enjoyable part of it. What do you smell? What do you see? I know I've said it in previous videos, like right here, the trees kind of forming a canopy over top of the road. And I don't know, it just, to me, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful to me. The beauty of the world that God made I love to be part of it. Absolutely love it. So the sights, the sounds, the smells, and then, like I said, just getting out in the world. Like right here, we got some people camping. It's not even a campground. Somebody owns some property, they put some campers on it. And over here, that actually is somewhat campground-ish area. That's Summit Lake. Can't tip my head around far enough for that, but Summit Lake. Got some friends that live on there or have camps on there, that type of stuff. And just a all-around nice area. But if you don't get off the beaten path, you don't see these sorts of things. But the other thing, again, I just like to travel. And I like along with the travel, the camaraderie of other riders. Like if we're all in the cars together and whatever, and we got to turn around, and it kind of is getting old, but turn a U-turn with a bike, who cares? Difference to make. No big deal. Do a U-turn right there without worrying about it in a narrow road. So we do the U-turn, and it's just a different mindset when you're on a bike. Just a total different mindset. Everybody's just more laid back, and you don't let the little things bother you. And you look off here to the left, there's a golf course, and it's called the Stonegate Golf Course. My nephew primarily runs that course, and definitely does all the cooking. He's the one that cooked the pork barbecue for our Quakers, Bibles, and barbecues that we've done a few times. But why do we do what we do? Like, they enjoy golfing. There's a bunch of people back there golfing this morning. They enjoy that. To me, it's about the enjoyment in most cases. They enjoy going out and playing golf. Personally, I'd rather drive the cart, but I'd rather really abuse the cart more than, let's say, drive.
So after that last clip we put in there with a golf course and such, we ended up back to Leroy's house, hung out there for a while, and then headed back home. But so didn't get any clips of pulling back into the yard kind of thing like I quite often do. But I just wanted to wrap it up here and say thank you for sticking around to the end of it. And if you like what we're doing for content here on the Paint Can channel, I'd like you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be part of the community we're trying to build here. Ring that bell notification, and then every time we upload a new video each week, you'll get a notification that we did so. Have a great day.